Rust can be overwhelming for new players who just downloaded the game and jumped into a server, but don't worry, we're here to help. In this video, I'll explain how to get started in Rust in 5 minutes or less, so let's dive into it. Step 1. Gather materials. After you have waited 3 hours for the server to finally load, you'll spawn into the map at a random location and only have a rock and a torch. You'll want to immediately look around and start mining trees and stone ore with the rock. Some resources that you'll want to collect right away is wood, which you get from trees, stone, which you get from gray rocks. Other resources that aren't necessary but good to have for further use are sulfur, which you can get from the yellowish gray rocks, metal, which you get from the bronze colored rocks, and hemp, which you get from the little green plants. Here's a pro tip. When you see a red X on trees or shiny spots on ores, hit those critical points. It'll help you gather resources faster, though it won't increase how much you get. Only the higher tier tools will increase the amount you get. Once you gathered enough wood and stone, craft a stone pickaxe and axe, as these tools will help speed up your resource gathering significantly. Step 2. Build a base. Now that you got more wood and stone, it's time to build your starter base. Craft yourself a hammer and building plans. With the building plans, you can place down twig foundations. I usually start with a simple 4x4 setup, since I won't really have that many resources to spare. Once you have put down 4 foundations, 7 walls, a door frame, and 4 roof panels, it's time to craft 1 door, 1 lock, and 1 tool cabinet, or TC. The TC prevents your building from decaying over time and does not allow other people to build in or around your base. In order to keep your base standing, you'll need to keep replenishing the TC with the required materials. The more you add to your base, the more the TC requires for the upkeep. Once you have finished building your starter base, the next steps you'll want to do is start to upgrade the walls to wood and then the stone once you have gathered enough. Step 3. Craft essential items. Once you have your starter base set up, you'll want to craft a sleeping bag which is made from hemp. This will give you a respawn point and is highly recommended to be placed inside your base before you go off exploring. The next thing I craft is storage boxes. These are definitely required as it allows you to store your items so you don't have to keep them in your inventory all the time. I will then make a campfire inside my base as it gives off light when it gets dark out, and you could cook any meat you get from hunting in order to gain more health and not get sick from raw meat. Campfires do require wood to keep lit, so I recommend keeping between 50 and 100 pieces of wood in there at all times. Definitely turn off the campfire during the day to save wood if you are not cooking anything. I will then craft a spear to start with. However, when you get enough wood and hemp, you definitely want to craft a bow and some arrows, which is better for hunting and fighting off players. Step 4. Hunt and gather food/resources. Once you have made a bow and arrow, you should go out and hunt down animals to throw on your fire for cooked meat and animal fat. As you might have noticed, your food and water bars will slowly start lowering over time, and once you are starving or dehydrated, your health will start to drop and then you will die. It is important to keep yourself fed and hydrated before going out and exploring and drinking water out of ponds or rivers. When you are walking on the roads, you'll notice barrels. I always destroy these barrels and gather resources. You can discard any of the car parts or decorations for now, as you won't need them until later. What you really want is canned food, water bottles, scrap, metal fragments, and low-grade fuel. Scrap is Rust currency and can be used for a lot of things in the future of your Rust gaming experience. Metal fragments also play a crucial role, which I'll talk about in a moment. Step 5. Defend and upgrade. Once you have gathered a ton of food and resources, you'll want to go back to your base. In order to upgrade your base to metal, you'll need to craft a furnace that requires low-grade fuel. You can craft more low-grade fuel by using animal fat. By using a hatchet or bone knife, you can harvest more animal fat from animals. You can also harvest animal fat from humans, and even yourself if you end up dying or canceling yourself. Once you have crafted a furnace, you can then smelt your iron ore and sulfur ore. You can then use the metal fragments to upgrade your base and walls and craft metal doors or keypads for easier access into your base. And if you are playing with friends, you could just give them the code to all your doors. Later, you could use the sulfur and charcoal that your furnace creates to craft ammo and explosives to attack other bases. I would highly recommend doing this with a couple of your friends. If you don't have any friends, you could try and make some with the people that you meet on your journeys if they don't kill you first. You could then use the scrap that you have found to build workbenches in order to get more blueprints for other materials that will help you in your Rust gaming experience. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and go check out our new Rust merch design on our website. All links in the description below. Thanks for watching.